Hey guys, I'm Shark from Teamburst again, and today we have finally a Gear Chronicle review. And I'm very excited, even though it's a comment and I shouldn't be that excited, but I've been waiting 15 months, guys. What do you guys expect? So yeah, I'm very excited for what Gear Chronicle bring. I'm gonna be doing this new series where I'm gonna review each individual Gear Chronicle card, even if they come in pair. I'll do a review on each one. That's a challenge that Joe gave me, and I said challenge accepted. So yeah, so because I want this to be in order to show like specific topic I'm gonna talk about and what you guys can expect. I'm just gonna list the thing that I'm gonna talk in each video. So first of all, I'm gonna list the card and skill. I'm gonna talk about the positive and the negative, so pro and con. I'm gonna talk about it interaction with the current card we have. So after this review, the next review, this card will also count as a new interaction. So that'd be great. So maybe interact with a new card. We have and then I will rate based on the card at the current moment. Because what I want to do is these individual review is that I'm gonna review the card, give my rating, give my insight and everything, and then at the end I'll make like a breakdown of every card at the end. So it'll be like initial reaction, and then we see like overall with all the new card. I think that'll be a cool thing for you guys to watch. And then I'll rate on the art. Oof. This one is gonna be so easy since most of the gear card looks so beautiful. But yeah, so I'm gonna rate them all 5 by the way, and then I'll do a list of will it be put into the deck. So at the current state, will it be put into the deck? That's what I'm gonna talk about. This also happens to future card like oh okay, and I might add like maybe this card might not be good right now, but maybe in the future, like okay, this card will be added, and this card probably gonna be added, something like that. Or this card, oh this old card I said not gonna be good, it's gonna be good now, something like that. And last but not least, I'll put it what it give us for the future of gears. So what this mean like this card for example, what will it do for us? What speculation? What does it bring to the table? What it show us, what the gear review is gonna be. Of course, this is only gonna be very valid for like the few one, but it might be valid for the upcoming one since Chronojet is being reviewed and it's probably gonna be a trial deck. So maybe Rebellion is gonna show what gears can do in the future. This is gonna be exciting. I'm very excited to say, and I'm pretty sure this video is gonna be over 10 minutes, even though we are talking about a common gear chronicle. So either I'm going insane or I am going insane. So first of all, let's talk about the card. So first of all, her name is Steam Engineer Shulia. So she's a grade 2 with 10k power with an auto skill. Auto during your turn. When discarded from your hand, you may call this card to rear guard at rest. Now let's talk about the positive and the negative of this. The positive is that it can make a cost become 0 or lessen the cost. So for example, Lost Legend skill, where discard card equals the number of grade 3. Then you discard this and you call this card to rear guard. So basically just call like, but this card is called rest, just to be fair. So it basically lessen the cost, so now you just need to discard a grade 1. Something like that. Um, but another example for make the cost to become 0 is meme. Basically, meme is when your Vanguard's right, you can draw a card and discard a card. When you discard this card, you just call discard the rest. So basically, the cost, you don't go minus. Basically, well, technically. So the negative, it's only during a turn, unfortunate, or else would it interact with like draw PG, which would be cool. Like guard with a draw PG, discard this, call this card to rear guard intercept. But you know, we can't have everything. And when it's called rest. That's one of my most problem with this card, but it could be fixed by something I'm gonna tell you in a bit. That and the last thing is probably the most major thing is that that's the only thing it does, which is not a great thing, but to be fair, it's a common, so don't judge too hard. Now let's talk about it interaction. Obviously, the one that's most obvious to everyone seeing this is that the interaction it have is with Lost Legend, because Lost Legend discard card. discard card in number grade 3. So by discarding this card, you basically lessen the cost by 2, even though you call this card at rest. But it's still lessen the cost because technically you call this card to rear guard. Another interaction that I just said is meme. Basically, normally you only get benefit by discarding grade 3, but now if you have this card in your hand, you discard this, you don't really go minus on few in hand. You just call a rear guard that will be able to use next turn, which is better than just minusing your tilt by discarding a random grade 2, a random grade 1, or a random grade 0. Which is cool interaction, but the last one that I like the most is that the interaction that it does with Mystery Flare. Since when you use your Mystery Flare end of turn, you can discard your whole hand and then you get an extra turn. So what happened when you discard this through Mystery Flare? Let's say you discard this, you call this card to rear guard to an open rear guard, which is very easy. We usually do this with Mystery Flare and Nabu because usually we call Nabu, but sometime when we play it, we don't want to use Nabu yet because we still have an extra turn. But now with this card, what you can do is you attack with Nabu, use its skill, it goes into draw, and then you discard, and then you call this card to rear guard. That might not be the best example since Nabu draw a card which will make you go minus either way. But it's something to consider. You call this card at rest, and at the start of your turn, you get a stand face, so discard stand back. Which is a pretty cool interaction in my opinion. Not the safest. Will not save this card, but it's a thing. So now let's rate based on the card from what we see right now. From what all the card we have right now, I think it's a cool thing what they did with like the discard cost, with like the thing they trying to do. But it's just not that good. And for right now, their 3 interaction, not the best one. And our grade 2 spot is pretty tight in my opinion. Like Lost Break, Meme, not Meme, Lipid and Nabu. It could be moved a bit. We have Gun Vessel too, but of course it's probably gonna be replacing this set. But for right now, this card is not worth enough with the interaction it have. Obviously, like the only thing you get is like maybe I'm not minus from meme, maybe a lesser cost for Lost Legend, which you probably just discard Valkyria on a grade 4 anyway, or maybe you get to use that Mystery Flare, which will barely come against any deck. But I still like the concept, so I'm gonna be a bit, since the first year review, I'm gonna be a bit biased on this one. I'll give it a 2-star, even though it probably deserved like 1, but just because it's the first card. Of course, I'm gonna make a breakdown at the end, so this is probably gonna go down to 1 or 0.5, something like that. It's just not that good, but because I'm a bit biased today, I'm just gonna give it 2-star. Even though the cook, some people might rate it higher, but I don't think they will. Like, I just like the. Now let's talk about the art. The art is easily 4. Like, I mean, it's just something with Gear Chronicle art, bro. I just really like steampunk. That might just be it. And I'm kind of into White Hair Girl, and that's why Yukina's best girl. But yeah, I'm just a bit into White Hair Girl. I like the steampunk style. I like what they did with the art. I really like the art in general, to be honest. I really like the costume. I really like the hammer. I just like really anything about Gear Chronicle. Like, I'm not the most biased because like TikTok worker, not TikTok worker, the takeaway worker, the critical trigger that looked like a telephone. I don't really like that one, but most gear card look nice. I would say in the old V series one, the first gear set, I wouldn't say there was much art that I like as much as usually do, but for the start of this new set, I really like this art. So we're having good. So I'll rate 4-star. I wouldn't say it 5 or 4.5 because perfect is a kind of hard score to give, and also I'm kind of disappointed they wasted such a good art on the common. But we can't have everything. Viviana is a good example. So, what would be put into the deck? Absolutely no. Even right now, it's just no point. Like the only reason you would maybe put it in is the interaction with mystery and a bit of Lost Legend and just a slightly probably not gonna happen meme, but it's not worth it. Lipid is much better, increase the mind. Namu is much better. Gunbezo is even much better, even though we don't really learn Gunbezo anymore. I see rarely people running it now with the Valkyrion engine being in. But yeah, last but not least is what it gives us for the future of gear. Now this card is focused on the discard thing. I feel like that the thing where they use a lot of hand with Chronofang. A lot of people are speculating that it will get followed by binding card from hand, but from what I see from this, it might just be more of like discarding costs. Maybe it'll be like discard. Maybe there will be like a grade 1, grade 2 that we have like a rear guard skill and have like a discard cost. Like when this card is discarded, maybe it's kind of a great. Maybe when this card is discarded, you can choose when you're holding rear guard, put to bottom, you draw a card, you choose when you're card in the bind zone, and maybe you get +3 grade, something like that. Maybe there'll be more like that, and you can like drop a lot of card, and you can activate like a lot of skill, and maybe like I said, maybe like Chronofang, Tiger, Rebellion, maybe have like if your hand is 3 or less, or maybe you discard 3 or more card this turn, this card become a 4 drive check. That would make sense with Rebellion, but that would also be a bit of balance since you discard a lot of card and then you get 4 drive check. So I think that would be pretty cool. For so far, I'm very excited for gear, even though the common is not the best. But I'm not thinking too much because Narukami have a very bad start with the grade 1 that counterblast 2 to bind a rear guard. So I'm not too much into it. Like Narukami overall set was amazing. So I'm still excited. Especially with the episode tomorrow, I'm definitely gonna do a speculation on that. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. I tried to lay out my video a bit better this time because I feel like my video is just me rambling on. I feel like I want to line up my thing a bit more. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video. This might be a very long video for one common card, but you know me. Gear Chronicle is my main clan, and I really like Gear Chronicle. I really enjoy Gear Chronicle. I enjoy talking about them. And yeah, hope you guys keep supporting me. I'll keep trying to make better content. I feel like my editing skill is getting better, but who knows? But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video, and remember, keep playing.